Hello friends, I'm George, the nice smelling gentleman. Welcome back to my channel guys, and welcome back to another episode of my challenge called 300 different scents in 300 days. I hope that all of you are doing good. In today's episode of the challenge, I'm going to cover days 43 to 49. I wanted to start this week off with something strong, something beast mode, and I went for a fragrance from the brand of Oros called Oros Pure Leather Gold. Now, I just recently did a review of this fragrance. In fact, I did it this week at the beginning of this week. But this fragrance is an absolutely great clone of Louis Vuitton's Ombre Nomade. Super high quality scent in here, super close to the original scent, beast mode performer, beast mode projector. A fantastic fragrance. The main players in this fragrance, like with the original, are incense, leather, rose, amber, and a touch of fruity sweetness from a raspberry note. Really good fragrance and one of the best clones in my collection. And I had a great day wearing this fragrance. So my scent of the day for day 43 of this challenge was Oros Pure Leather Gold. If you enjoy my videos guys, I would really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button and also hit that notification bell as well, so you don't miss any of my future content. For day 44 of this challenge, which was Tuesday of this week, I went with something from the house of Broca called Pride Intense. Now Broca is a sub-brand of Afnan, and it's basically the Broca fragrances are mainly clones of other fragrances, designer fragrances especially, and Pride Intense is a clone of Pure Excess by Paco Rabane. You got pretty much the same, almost the same notes that you get with the original. You got apple, a strong apple note, you got lavender, you got oak moss, cedar oud, sandalwood, musk. Now, this fragrance, as I said in my review of this one, I have never really been the biggest fan of this one, simply because, especially of the opening, it feels kind of harsh and kind of synthetic. In the air around the person who wears this one, this smells really nice, but up close is a little bit off-putting. In the opening of this fragrance, the dry down is more enjoyable, and this will get you quite close to the original Pure Excess from Paco Rabanne for next to no money. It costs about $20, something like that. Performance here is good, projection is good, but all in all, as I said, this is not one of my favorite fragrances in my collection, and I don't see myself wearing this one too much in the future. My scent of the day for day 44 of this challenge was Broca Pride Intense. For day 44 of the challenge, I went with something from the house of Zimaya called Taraf, or Taraf Black as it is marketed at some places. Now, this is a fragrance that I recently acquired, and I'm still going through the test phase of wearing this one, but all in all, so far this has proven to be an interesting fragrance. Now, some places you see people compare this or call this a clone of Arabians Tonka by Montalle, and I can definitely acknowledge the fact that this carries some of that DNA, but this is not a straight up clone. This is like a more Middle Eastern, more Oriental version of Arabian Tonka. To my nose, this lacks the sweetness of Arabian Tonka, at least so far from my wearings. Also, this has a strong rose note compared to the original, but so far this has been an interesting fragrance. Performance so far seems to be above average, projection seems to be above average, and this is yet another dirty cheap fragrance. My scent of the day for day 44 of this challenge, for day 45 of this challenge, was Zimaya Taraf Black. For day 46 of this challenge, which was Thursday of this week, I went with something that I really like a lot from the house of a fragrance world, Cocktail Intense, a very nice clone of Killian's Angel Share. I really love this DNA, and Cocktail Intense has proven to be one of the better clones out there. And in fact, if I have to judge straight up, the clones that are doing straight up copying the scent one-to-one, I would place Cocktail Intense in second place when it comes to my favorites, only behind Sharaf Blend from Zimaya. This thing has great performance. I get over 8 hours of performance out of this fragrance. Projection is also great. Compliment factor is really high. Price tag is really low. The bottle has nice design. The only thing that I don't like is the really cheap feeling cap. But apart from that, everything else is really good about this fragrance. I had a great time wearing this one. And if you're looking for what's probably the the best middle ground between performance, quality of the scent profile and price tag on the markets as a clone of Angel Share. Definitely check out Cocktail Intense by Fragrance World. This was my scent of the day for day 46. So day 47 of the challenge, I went with a fragrance that I've had a really sort of a love-hate relationship from the house of Rohas Moustache EDP. This fragrance, of course, is pretty well known in the community. Some people call it a clone of YSL Tuxedo. Other people hate it when they hear that this is a clone of Tuxedo. To my knowledge, this is not a straight up clone of Tuxedo, but definitely carries a lot of that DNA. This, to my nose, feels like a milder, slightly sweeter, and a little bit more barbershoppy version of Tuxedo. And now about my, love-hate relationship with this fragrance. I bought this fragrance because of the hype surrounding it, and initially I really didn't like it at all. But then, I gave it a bit of time, I gave it some wearings, and bit by bit I started to appreciate what's inside here, the scent of Moustache EDP. And nowadays I have a lot of respect about Moustache EDP, and I really like to wear it from time to time. Performance here is good, projection is good, price tag, depending on where you live and if you can find a deal on a bottle, can also be good. Sometimes it's way overpriced, like with all other alternatives to Tuxedo. But if you like Tuxedo and if you want something similar than in the same style, you can definitely check out Rohas Moustache EDP. This was my scent of the day for day 47 of the challenge. For day 48 of the challenge, which was yesterday, I went with another fragrance that's relatively new to my collection and I'm still testing out. It's from the house of Maison Alhambra, and it's called Tobac. This is a clone of Dior's Tobacolor. Tobacolor, I don't know what's the right pronunciation of that fragrance. This is really an interesting scent, and like similar with Rohas EDP. I bought into the hype about surrounding this fragrance, and initially when I first sprayed it, I was quite disappointed because usually I'm a big fan of fragrances that rely heavily on the tobacco note, like this one. But this, the first time I sprayed this one, it just seemed a little bit off for some reason. I didn't enjoy it that much, but since then I've given it a few wears, and bit by bit I'm starting to enjoy it a little bit more. Like with the original, you got honey, you got tonka bean, you got tobacco, of course, you got some dry fruits with this fragrance. Performance so far seems to be really good. Also, I was wearing this yesterday, and I received a compliment while wearing this fragrance. So far it seems to be an interesting fragrance. I'll give it a few more wears before I do a full review about this one. But my scent of the day for day 48 of the challenge was Tobac from Maison Alhambra. And my scent of the day for today, day 49 of this challenge, was something, I wanted to wear something that I really enjoy, a scent profile that I really like a lot. From the house of Haramain, Detour Noir. This, of course, is probably the most well-known clone of Parfum de Marly's Layton. It's dirty cheap, has very good performance, and has a lot of hype surrounding this one, and for a very good reason. Scent-wise, it will get you quite close to, to Layton. Apart from maybe like a little bit stronger menthol note with this fragrance that you don't get with Layton. But and of course the scent, the quality of the scent in here is not as good as Layton, but this thing costs about 10 times less compared to Layton. Great performance, great projection, a great fragrance for the cold weather. It really sort of gives you this festive mood, with having the Christmas holidays fast approaching. That's why I reached for this fragrance today. The only thing, of course, that I don't like about this fragrance, and I will never get tired of saying this one, is the super ugly bottle and the whole low quality feel that you get out of this fragrance when you feel it in your hand. You get this super cheap plastic cap, ugly bottle. All in all, the presentation is absolute garbage, but the scent in here is fantastic. My scent of the day for day 49 of this challenge, which was today, was from Al Haramain, Detour Noir. So this was all for yet another episode of my challenge called 300 different scents in 300 days. In this episode I covered days 43 to 49. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you did, give it a like, and I also hope that you're going to join me in my next video. And until then, stay safe and bye bye.